What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my Twisted Life of TV. I am Poetry. You are here for another recap, quick shot, quick take, a summary of Married at First Sight, season 14, the Boston season decision day. This is not going to be really a recap because I'm just going to give you my thoughts and views on what happened. Y'all know I kind of abandoned y'all those last few episodes, and the reason that I abandoned y'all was because I was tired of repeating myself. Plain and simple. I was still watching. I was tired of saying the same thing over and over and over again about these couples. How abusive Lindsay is and how demeaning Lindsay is to Mark. How Mark throws Lindsay under the bus every chance he gets. How Mark is scared to leave that relationship even though he don't really want to be in it. Noy is annoying. Steve playing mind games. He got y'all food thinking that he got some money, and he really don't. He already admitted that he only saved up $40,000, and even though the gesture is greatly appreciated, him spending money on a wedding ring when he don't even know where the rest of his money coming from is, I think, really kind of stupid, because they still haven't sat down and made a plan with one another. I thought Jasmina was still, she eased up a little. Michael, I think, grew the most in these relationships, but the reason why they were still having intimacy issues was all on Jasmina, 100%. I still think that if he would have touched her knowingly, she would have recoiled, and I'll talk about that a little bit later. Olajuwon and Katina. Katina is still in a very abusive relationship, and she is in denial, and the experts are helping her to fuel her denial. That's basically what I was going to say over these past few weeks. So we get to decision day, and we kind of go back and forth again about what's wrong with all these couples, everything I've just said, and then what's the good things that has been going on. You know, they had some good qualities. Like I said, Mark and Lindsay, so much alike. So much alike. Jasmine and Michael, so much alike. Noy and Steve, I don't even know what to really. Steve actually the one that seems to make the most logical sense out of a lot of these situations, with the exception of finances. And for some reason, I don't know if y'all noticed over these past couple weeks, Lindsay and Steve been kind of like butting heads. No matter what Steve says, Lindsay is going to take offense to it if it's coming out of Steve's mouth. I don't know if y'all realize that, but I did. Olajuwon and Katina, she's still working her hardest to be this submissive woman that Isaac wants her to be. And he has got her convinced that it's all her doing, that this is her choice to be this way, because he's trying to manipulate the shit. He manipulated the shit out of this woman, and we just watched it unfold right here on Lifetime on TV. And yeah, so I don't remember what I said in the beginning. I think I said that Mark and Lindsay was going to stay together, but they shouldn't. I believe I said Noy and Steve, I didn't think that they were going to make it. I thought Michael and Jasmina should stay together, and I didn't think that Katina and Olajuwon would stay together. Those were my guesses, if I'm not mistaken, from the beginning. I meant to watch back my episodes so I could tell myself what the hell I said in the beginning. Okay, I think that's what my guesses were. Here's what happened. Mark and Lindsay chose to stay together. I think it was a big mistake. I honestly think that Mark is terrified to walk away from her because she does so many nice things for him. She has improved his way of life, even though he didn't think his way of life was in a chaotic state. The way that things fell apart for Mark, I think Mark is just used to it. I didn't even realize that the man had lost his damn job too. Y'all heard it? Like, I think before I stopped reviewing, he had said he lost his job too. I was like, this motherfucker ain't got no job either. So now she the breadwinner. She taking care of his mama. She taking care of his grandmama. She taking care of his bills. She housing his ass. All this stuff was going wrong. You know what I'm saying? So Mark needed Lindsay. Does he want Lindsay? I don't think so. I still don't think so. I think that because everybody, including the experts, was trying to convince him that Lindsay is what he needs, he convinced himself that that's what he needs. Mark the Shark was just as loud and out there, and just as Lindsay was. But with her, he lost who he was. Who he was as Mark the Shark, the persona, was deeply diminished in her presence, and she took every chance she could to cut him the fuck down. Why he stayed with her, like I said, it's just, I think he's scared to leave. He didn't want to seem like the jerk on TV, because Lindsay would give a good cry. You know, she would have a good mental breakdown, and of course it would be all his fault because he just didn't listen. And he thinks, at least that's what he expressed to us on this particular episode, that they can get through that. They had a lot of ups and downs. Y'all had so many ups and downs in an 8-week period. You were going up and down every day. Up and down. Every time you popped out, bam, and she whacked you down like a whack-a-mole. And then you pop back up, bam, whack your ass down like a whack-a-mole. She's fucking you up. Fucking up your self-esteem. Fucking up the security that you had within yourself. You thought you were a man who achieved great things. By you being the one for your mom and for your grandma and all this good stuff and other, you thought you were the one that was achieving great things. Until Lindsay came around. Y'all just got married, right? She was living in this little 1-bedroom apartment. He was living in this little 2-bedroom apartment with roommates, this, that, and the third. They got 5 cats between them. I think he must have put his grandmother in a home. So he got, I was saying custody like a kid. He got control over his grandmother's house. It was given to him. I guess it's paid for. I'm assuming that it's paid for because it's a house that he grew up in. I'm probably sure his grandma probably took care of that house with everything she had in her. He got this house scot-free, and she complained about that. She wanted to separate him away from everything that he had in his doggone life before her. I understand getting this house and help making it your own, but Lindsay wanted to do a complete remodel. She wanted to gut the motherfucker like he wasn't even standing there. If she could change the name of the street, she would. And she don't want Mark to have any memories of who he was. She wants him to only know the man that she has made him pretend to be, because that ain't who he really is. I think by finale, we're going to see that they're not together. Even though she says this death to death do their part, that she's going to kill his ass. Seriously, that man's scared to leave. He is scared to leave. That's what that is. Then we have Noy and Steve. Noy and Steve still really didn't resolve their issues, right? Steve is so adamant on Noy trusting or having faith in the fact that he can provide and he can make money when he wants to. The thing is, Steve, you haven't shown her that. There is nothing that you have shown her to show proof that you could do that. You haven't, this entire 8 weeks, did anything, creative or otherwise, other than sit in the house, take her to home. But as far as taking care of financial responsibilities, you have not showed her that you are capable to do that outside of these 8 weeks. So no, she don't have faith in you. Why would she have faith in you? She just fucking met you. You expected her to have faith in you on day one. You're supposed to her to trust in your dreams when she has not seen you put your dreams into fruition. You have not took one freelance job. There has been no money coming into the account while y'all been together. So no, she doesn't have faith in that. I think that's going to break them up. That's why I'm still saying that I don't think they're going to be together. Noy didn't even want to live with him. She said once this is over, she wants to separate for a year, y'all. Not just for a little bit to get my footing, for a year. Now, initially, I was understanding what Noy was feeling. She's always been in a relationship where she was, I guess, pretty much taken care of, but made to feel bad about the fact that she's been taken care of. She was with a Lindsay. She was dating a Lindsay. That's what she was doing, right? And When she finally left that relationship, she felt free. She was able to get her first apartment that she ever had in life at 30-something years old. Her first apartment. She was able to buy things, express herself. She grew up in a household. I know a lot of Asian households where they are not vocal about expressing their emotions, not showing love. You may see rigidness, but not necessarily being able to tell people how you feel, or what their actions made you feel. I know a lot of people like that. Like one of my daughter's really close friends. We picked her up one day. She was coming to the house. I think we was going to the movies. I don't remember exactly what it was. We ride in the car. We joning on each other. If y'all don't know what joning is, throwing shots. I don't know what y'all call it in y'all neck of the woods. Y'all let me know. Drop it in the comment section. What y'all call teasing each other, making jokes about each other, your mama jokes and things like that. Things like that. We call it joning. Okay. We doing this in the car, and she's sitting back there, shooketh. We like, boo, what's wrong? Because we throwing her into it as well, you know what I'm saying? Hoping she ain't getting offended by the shit that we saying. And she's like, we don't do this. We don't even talk to each other on the ride in the car. The car rides are silent. And I know a lot of people from Asian cultures have that exact same experience. So that's the type of household that Noi came up in. Not maybe 100% that way, but close to it, right? So now that she's able to openly express herself, and she feels comfortable enough with Steve that she was able to express herself so much, she told him to kiss her ass. You know what I'm saying, that's how free she's feeling. So she liked him, but the finances are still killing her. The finances are still kicking her ass, right? So she doesn't want to get back into a situation where she is the sole breadwinner. And two, not knowing if it's going to be a partnership when it comes to finances. Okay? It's not that she want to be taken care of, because I think Pastor Cal said something at the end about for richer or for richer. It's not. That's not what it's about. It's not about that at all. It's about just having security that he's going to be able to provide when needed. She doesn't want to be the sole breadwinner. Even though she knows, because she saw his bank statement, she knows what he got in savings. Again, that was the salary of a fast food employee for 1 year. That comes and goes, especially in a place like Boston. Okay, that's why I see when he proposed and bought her another ring, they was just trying to show us on the show, oh, he got money, he can buy another ring. That was stupid. I feel that same way about people who are financially strapped and go out and pay for a big ass god doggone wedding. For what? Get yourself a place to live. And like I said, by her being so afraid of having to now push money together and things like that, she's freaking out. She's panicking. Everybody like, yeah, he's contributing to the household 75% more than she is. No, man, y'all believe them lies if y'all want to. The show was paying for majority of that shit. They had to get food. They had to get food for the dog. You know what I'm saying? That's the majority of what they was paying for. The rest of the apartment, everything else, that was paid for by the show. So, of course, he was able to maintain his apartment he had, and she was able to maintain the apartment that she had. She wants to keep that apartment. She wants to live in that apartment. Living apart as a newlywed couple, I thought would be a terrible mistake. A terrible mistake on their behalf. She wants to have a baby within a year. He was agreeing to it. I can understand y'all can get together and boing, 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 but why? I think Dr. Pepper was trying to come. It's okay. I live with my husband. Me and my husband married 18 years. We don't live together either. For somebody who has so much financial insecurity, why would you want to maintain two different places? You want to, well, she don't want to maintain two different places. She want him to still maintain the place he had. She want to maintain the place she had. But that's still, as a couple, you're maintaining two different residences. It makes sense to move into one and consolidate the debts, consolidate the bills, okay? Sit down and make a plan. Okay, since you could do all this, that, and the third, since you want me to put faith in you, and this, that, and the third, this is what I pay, this is what you pay. Maybe we do that for a year before we combine money. But living apart, I don't think that's a good idea. This is your responsibilities. This is my responsibilities. Just like Steve want to split up responsibilities in the household, you can do at least 50% of the work. Why? That was one thing I was 100 with no way on. Why would I be working all day, doing an 8-hour day, whatever the fuck I do, then coming home and splitting household chores with you 50-50, and you ain't got no job you going to. You are not, like I said, currently at this present moment, doing anything creatively, because that's what you want to do. You don't want to stifle your creativeness. Doing anything creative at this point in time to make money. But I need to come home and cook and clean and share half the expenses with you. No, ma'am, Pam. That's not what we're going to do. We ain't got no kids to raise. It ain't too much. You ain't doing that much with sushi. You ain't doing that much with sushi. Take her about to play, and that's about it. That's about it. So, at the end, Noy's so in love, because I say Noy is in love with the idea of being in love. She's so in love with the idea of being in love. I knew that she would want to stay in the marriage. I just don't think they will make it. Jasmine and Michael, the way that their relationship started off, I kept saying they so much alike, they should be together. And then Jasmine started showing her ass to me. She was giving me Elijah Wan vibes with her controlling nature. I was like, fuck her. That's how I was feeling. But I kept feeling that they should be together. But when they both said yes, I'm gonna tell you right now, child, I was floored. I just knew Jasmine was gonna say no. Now my boy J Dubs was like, hey, she ain't attracted to him. Now she said there was a spark in the beginning, but I'm starting to think J Dubs, you might be right. She just ain't attracted to him. I don't know why, I'm just starting to feel that. But this is my thing with Jasmine. Back in the beginning of this show, Jasmine said that she had only been in long distance relationships. Jasmine does not know how to be in a relationship where somebody is around her 24/7. That's basically what it sums up to me. I think she is afraid to be romantic and intimate, and she's using it. I just need to be emotionally connected to you as an excuse. Because when you're dating somebody long distance, you ain't got to worry about fucking them every night. You ain't got to worry about fucking them every week or even every month. It's just when you see each other. And sometimes when you're in a long distance relationship, when you see each other, you ain't seen each other for so long, when you have sex, everything don't feel good because it's all been built up. I think she's just afraid. And the fact that Michael was living with 2 women and she was still so concerned about him living with 2 women, I think she's just afraid of what type of physical connection they really would have, and would he be interested in her any longer. I think she's frigid. That's just my opinion. Just my opinion. And the thing that really drove it in home for me is after they agreed to stay married and to work on each other and get to know each other, she decided to live apart. She did the Noy and Steve. I don't think Noy and Steve decided to live apart. They didn't even address that in the decision day. I was surprised they didn't address it. Like, they talked about the finance situation, they talked about the babies, but they didn't talk about the fact that Noy wanted to live apart. They ran a few of the clips, but they didn't speak to that, when they sat down in front of the experts. Jasmine and Michael, they didn't speak to it either, but at the end, they decided to live apart. And her Michael still just trying to make sure he don't say or do the wrong thing, because he has been in love with this girl since first sight. That's what that basically has been. He don't want to fuck it up, so he don't want to say the wrong thing to her. She wants to live apart. And did they say they was going to live apart for the first year? Like, yeah, I'm sitting here hoping that the medium was going to be right, that they was going to have a baby in a year and a half. When they said that they was going to live apart, I was like, oh, y'all kidding me right now? Okay, so this is Michael has really grown in my eyes on this show. Not in height, but grown emotionally. He has added some maturity to the way that he relates to Jasmine. He has to treat her like a child almost. If y'all notice, he almost has to treat her like a child. You know, he has to be very careful with what he says, what he does, how he speaks to her. Okay, turn the stove on. Don't touch the handle. The pot may be too hot. Now, what you'll do though, you'll grab you a pot holder and you just hold the pot with that hand and you stir gently. No, don't stir too fast because it might splash on you. That's how Michael talks to her. In almost every conversation, it's like he has to be very careful not to say the wrong thing that she's gonna explode. And that's because Jasmine does not know how to really communicate in a relationship where she has to be around somebody 24/7, which is why they are separating, because that's what Jasmine is comfortable doing. She is very comfortable being apart from her mate. Her best friend, the guy with the pretty eyes, he was so cute. He tried to tell her, do something. Reach out and touch somebody's hand. Make your marriage a better place if you can, girl. What are you doing? Kiss him, hug him. Now she said that after the wedding, he redid the wedding ceremony thing for them. You know that she kissed her husband that day. But that's it. They don't have no cuddles. They used to. They used to sleep in the bed together, and they would force each other to kiss each other. You know, he should have kept doing that. They should have kept doing that. But no, Jasmine didn't feel comfortable with it any longer. So he backed off. And he was waiting on her to make the first move. Michael could never make the first move. He could never make the first move with Jasmine. It always has to be her way or the highway, point blank, period. If he would have made the first move, she would have felt that he disrespected her. He could never make the first move. Case in point, she told them like the other night they were sleeping and Michael grabbed her ass while they were asleep. And he wanted to pull his wife close. You know, sometimes you land in the bed with the one you love and the one you like, the one you just want to be with for the night, and you want to get closer to him. That body heat, that connection just draws you in, and you may pull yourself a little bit closer. You may cuddle up into that arm and stuff. When he pulled her closer, and he cupped her buttocks. She was shocked. I mean, she didn't push him back, but she didn't. You know why she didn't push back? She thought he was asleep, and she wasn't disgusted by it because she thought he was asleep. They kept trying to make it a point to say, well, you wouldn't thrown off by it, right? You wasn't like, oh, was it, right? She thought he was asleep. And the reason why I know that she honestly thought he was asleep, because he kept trying, well, she might not have thought it, but he kept trying to make sure that she knew, and they knew, he was asleep. Michael said, I was asleep. I didn't know what happened. Like he was scared that if he was alert at any point, that she would take offense to it. And she would have. That's why she brought it up to him the next morning. Because if it wasn't no thing and you really believed that he was asleep, you wouldn't have said shit. You wouldn't have brought it up on decision day. Because you didn't bring it up like, well, he finally, reached out and touched my ass the other night and, it was nice. She didn't do that. She brought it up to show, well, maybe we can get there because I didn't recoil like I thought I would. That's what basically she was saying. That's basically what she was saying. She's frigid, and she's scared of emotional. She's scared of physical intimacy. That's what it is. She won't let her mind go to that place of physical intimacy because she's scared to. Jasmine is very beautiful. But have anybody ever asked why does she only have relationships with people that are not in the same city or state that she lives in? All her significant relationships have been long distance. I don't know if I'm the only one that remember that. Every last one of them, she said, was long distance. They all cheated on her. I remember her saying that too. But they were all long distance. When you get into that pattern of not being around somebody all the time or not being around your mate, you get used to it. I fell into it for a little bit. I was dating a lot of guys out of the country before. We were seeing each other and back and forth and doing the damn thing when we could do the damn thing. But once I got into the relationship where I was around somebody that I could be around 24/7, I didn't know how to communicate with them properly. I'm like, someone crawled on me. I didn't know how to communicate with them properly. We would sit there in silence, like awkward silence, and I'm a fucking social butterfly. I couldn't out with him. I didn't understand why. On the phone, I could talk all day. We could have a conversation on the phone all day. We could laugh, we could chuckle, we could hee-hee, we could sext, have sexy talk on the phone, share video, every kind of thing over the phone. But when he was right there in my face, it was the most uncomfortable feeling. Even the days that we was right in my face and we was getting intimate, it was quiet. We would watch TV and not say a word to one another. And Michael had started to do that. Michael didn't used to watch TV. Now he would sit there and watch TV with Jasmine. Because she don't know how to really, they said they had conversations. They probably did, I'm not going to denounce that. They probably really had conversations. They got into some deep, intimate type conversations. But I really, really think it was all on Michael's behalf. This was all about Michael loosening up to her. And he said it before. She still has not been vulnerable with him. Jasmine even said it during this decision day. She realized that she has not given her 100% at all. And the only reason why she's choosing to stay married is she didn't want to end the relationship knowing that she still has not given her 100%. When it comes to the reunion, I'm hoping that they are living together, that they decide to live together. However, I don't have a good feeling about them. What did I say about Noe and Steve? I still think that they ain't gonna stay together. Katina and Elijah Wan, Lord have mercy, Jesus, and turn the manger. He constantly dogs this woman. And because she could take it with her chin held high, everybody in America is so happy. Oh my goodness. People are still so elated with Elijah Wan as a person. He has really grown. And he has really shown he's no longer a player. No, he hasn't. He went from being a playboy to jumping right into a marriage. He has not given himself time to grow, is what he say he has. I've gave myself time to grow. You know what I'm saying? I got my own place, got my own car, got my own job. What I need her for? That's basically his mindset. When they first talked about having kids, they both had that timeline of 2 to 3 years. He was fine with that. She been in school since they met. Now all of a sudden her being in school is an issue on him having kids because he want to travel. He wants to still go live the life that he couldn't afford to before Katina. But for some reason, he decided he wanted to get married in the middle of that process. He wants to still go travel every 2 years. Every 2 weeks is what she said. Every 2 weeks he wants to travel. How your job let you do that? Unless he's talking about traveling to 50 states. He's a wastewater manager, which basically means he checks the toxicity levels in sewers. He works at night. He comes home in the morning. So he's there pretty much all day as well. Long she he doesn't. He say he doesn't see her work. She works from home. She was a food blogger, if I'm not mistaken, and she does it for a living. You gotta be a damn good food blogger to make money off that shit, right? But that's what she does for a living. He said he ain't never seen her work. Well, you get off at midnight, you come home, go to bed, right? And then you up what? Making her cook and clean all day. Her inedible food. He still dogs everything she says and does. And like I said, because she could snap back at him every once in a while, everybody's fine with it. Baby girl, you are in an abusive fucking relationship. When she went home a couple weeks ago and she took him to a church, I said, that's what it is. She wants to live the life of what most Christians think a wife should be. 100% submissive, love him as you love the church. He can do no wrong, he can do no harm. Whatever he say goes. Now, it hurts her feelings when she talks to him some kind of way, and she'll speak up every once in a while, but she ain't going nowhere. Cause I got a husband, I'm a wife now. How many times we heard that girl say, I'm a wife now, I'm a wife now, I'm a wife now. She just wanted to be a wife. So whatever, I don't care who they would have gave her. She could have got she damn near got the male version of Alyssa. But I was finna say she could have got the male version of Alyssa. And she would have stayed with him. That's why she's so cool with Alyssa too. She, you know what I'm saying? She'll give her little opinion on it, but she's cool with Alyssa ass too. Decision day. They both said yes. He played so many mind games with her up until that point. I was praying she had the common sense that God gave a grape. Well, she probably do got common sense that God gave a grape. I wish she had a little bit more and would have walked away. I'm hoping. No, I was finna say I'm hoping that once they get out of this, they get around their friends. She get around her friends. That, you know, things would change. But she not finna see those friends no more. She don't get to communicate with them, and she probably never will. Her best friend, which was Jabari, right? Never heard nothing else about him. Never heard nothing else about him. She'll never be friends with that man again. Her life is 100% consumed with whatever Elijah Wan wants. Whatever she thinks Elijah Wan needs. That's what Katina's going to do and be. She said she chose to try to be this traditional wife. Y'all don't even know what a fucking traditional wife is. Neither one of you had any examples of it in your lifetime. What is this traditional wife? What does that mean to you? He talks to her so bad. She sits there and cries and breaks down daily. Child, did y'all realize that halfway through the damn season, Katina didn't even wear makeup no more? She stopped wearing makeup. Remember I said during the honeymoon, I was like, this girl wake up with makeup on. Or she got up early enough, put it on, so when she get back in the bed next to him, he could wake up and see her with a fresh face. And then halfway through the season, after he just started really turning her down left and right, the girl stopped wearing makeup. She stopped curling with her wig. Everything. Looked at a hot damn mess. And then when it came to decision day, she decided to put makeup back on. Why? In case he dumped her. She wanted to see she wanted him to see what he was gonna miss out on if he dumped her. I knew right then that she had already made her decision to stay with him. I was like, you dumbass. You dumbass girl. She is the definition of she don't believe fat meat greasy. She is the definition of that. Ooh. I think by reunion time, she's still gonna be. They still gonna have their issues. The issues gonna come back up. But now that they done had sex, she ain't gonna wanna go nowhere. And he's still gonna be playing with her god doggone mind. He's still gonna be threatening to seemingly walk away if she don't buckle up and fly right. And she gonna be like, I'm trying to do my best, and he just make me feel so bad. He makes me feel so useless because that's what he's trying to do, honey. He trying to do an abuser like that who has got control of your mind. He wasn't finna walk away from you, girl. You ain't going nowhere, honey. I fear for her life. I really do. I fear for her life. So after all decision day, they all got together. You know what I'm saying? Expressed to each other. Everybody trying to make it seem like they wasn't together. Y'all all showed up together in matching outfits and colors and shit like that. Everybody knew y'all was together. That's when Steve broke out the ring and proposed to Noy, and she was just so happy. It was such a moment. It made me fucking cry. I'm telling you, I cried, and I knew it was gonna happen. I was like, God damn, okay. It was such a beautiful moment the way she was crying. You know, because the ring pop thing is, you know, he gave her a ring pop at the day they got married, and they gave him another ring pop, and he popped out with this ring, and my mind was like, why are you wasting money? No, let us be together. I would say if you're gonna do that, wait a year. Wait till y'all make that first year to finally bring out that ring and say, here we go. Let's see how we really gonna get along. Because like I said, they didn't say whether or not they actually decided to live together. That's all we knew, is that was the last conversation that they had, that she didn't want them to. She didn't want to live together. I think reunion time, okay, back to them. Reunion time, I think Noy and Steve are going to stay together. I think shortly thereafter the reunion, they're gonna break up. That's what I'm thinking. Lindsay and Mark are gonna be on rocky ground, if not already talking about divorce reunion time. Michael and Jasmine, I just got hopes. I really don't know what to think about them. I just got hopes. Elijah Wan and Katina gonna be still holding on, and he's still gonna be fucking with her mind. Plain and simple. So they brought Alyssa and Chris out the woodwork. I knew they was coming back. I told you I was gonna come back. They gotta fulfill their contract. They gonna be at the reunion as well. Everybody asking Alyssa how she doing, you know. They say when she came dressed like she was coming for her ex's funeral, she had on this little sparkly little nightclub dress, you know, party dress. I guess she was trying to show Chris what he missed, and Chris is like, I missed out on a lot of heartache and pain. That's what I missed out on. That's it. I wasn't even happy to see you. I was happy to see the other couples, because he done moved on and started dating other people. Everybody was acting like he couldn't do that. It's only been 8 weeks. They broke up 2 weeks ago. I mean, not 2 weeks ago. In the first 2 weeks, they were separated from one another. Right at the honeymoon, they got separated. Yeah. Why wouldn't he date? Wasn't he dating before the show started? Yeah, I started dating again. Oh my God, I'm so happy that you got back out there and didn't let this hold you down. It wasn't a shock to me. Alyssa ain't gonna never learn. Alyssa don't never think that she wrong. She still think that she's I'm such a good person. She still thinks she's a good person. Child, I can't wait to see what this reunion gonna bring. I can't wait to see what it's gonna bring. Y'all let me know what y'all thought about Decision Day. And if who y'all think still will be together at the reunion. Or we gonna have like another Mirla and Gil situation when they said yes at the end, and then by the reunion they was like, nah. Mirla was like, I'm hoping that's Katina. I just don't think so. I don't think she's that bright when it comes to the limits of love and how she still should be respected and treated as a woman, as a person. You know, period. Just as a person. And he still justifies his bullshit. He broke down with the tears again. My dad, he picked it because it's his daddy's birthday, and my daddy told me, well, shut the fuck up. I have a fake ass. He gets on my god doggone nerves. He's using those tears and manipulating. Why you didn't tell me it was your daddy's birthday? You didn't know it was his daddy's birthday. He didn't tell you because he really don't give a fuck about you. He just like the fact he got a woman he can control. That's all that shit is. That's all it is. All right, y'all. Leave y'all comments down in the comment section. Starting this Thursday, there is a new TV show that I will be reviewing called Kingdom Business. It comes on BET Plus. It is a gospel version, it seems, of Greenleaf Empire and P-Valley mixed together. That's what it seemed like. So I'm going to see how that all works out, how that all plays out. I do not think I'm going to come back put a ring on it. I'm so glad that Ready to Love's over. But I'll try to carry on Kingdom Business for a while. August 21st, we got the Game of Thrones sequel, you know, the House Targaryen family. I forgot what it's called, the House of Blood or something like that. That's coming out in August. And then, of course, you know, Handmaid's Tale's creeping around, probably around September-ish, based on my calculations. So, yeah, hopefully we have like an extended good season of TV. I may be hosting a watch party on sometime this week, probably Wednesday or Saturday, because I can't do Thursday. Watching the Candy dude, yeah, the man that's Candy, maybe. I really don't like horror for real, but it's free on Amazon Prime, so I thought about maybe throwing a watch party and watching it. Go over to the community board, see what I'm talking about. That's it, y'all. I'll see you again in the next video. Peace.